Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Okay. Ja?
Ja.
Okay. Als ich spreche רק Yiddish.
Yiddish? Wait, student Cantor Gabriel, what are you talking about? Are you speaking a different language?
Only Yiddish.
Yiddish?
Nicht kann English, nicht kann Lesen Kurdish, Hebrew.
Okay.
Only Yiddish.
Yiddish.
Only
Okay.
Okay?
We can do it.
Okay. Als ich will singen lecha dodi, sollst du singen chiribiri bam. Als ich will singen likras kaila, sollst du singen chiribiri bam. Okay, als lecha dodi,
Chiribiri bim.
likras kala
Chiribiri bam.
Lecha dodi likras kala
Chiribiri biri 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 bim.
chiribim
Chiribam.
chiribam
Chiribim. Chiribim bam bim bam bim bam.
chiribim
Chiribam.
chiribam
Chiribim. Chiribim bam bim bam bim bam. Oi chiribiri biri bim bam bam. Oi chiribiri biri bim bam bam. Oi chiribiri biri bim bam bam. Oi chiribiri biri bam.
Okay, yeah, so chiribim chiribam, good.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Als ich will singen Jerusalem, du sollst du singen
Chiribiri
chiribiri
bim.
Als ich will singen ihr HaKodesh, sollst du singen
Chiribiri bam.
Jerusalem,
Chiribiri bim.
ihr HaKodesh,
Chiribiri bam.
Jerusalem,
Ir HaKodesh. Chiribiri biri 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 bam.
Chiribim,
Chiribam.
chiribam,
Chiribim. Chiribim bam bim bam bim bam.
chiribim,
Chiribam.
chiribam,
Chiribim. Chiribim bam bim bam bim bam. Oi chiribiri biri bim bam bam. Oi chiribiri biri bim bam bam. Oi chiribiri biri bim bam bam. Oi chiribiri biri bam.
Okay, one more,
Okay.
Als ich will singen Yom HaShabbos, du musst du singen
Chiribiri bim.
Als ich will singen Yom Menucha, du musst du singen
Chiribiri bam.
Yom HaShabbos,
Chiribiri bim.
Yom Menucha,
Chiribiri bam.
Yom HaShabbos,
Yom Menucha. Chiribiri biri 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 bam.
Chiribim,
Chiribim.
chiribam,
Chiribam. Chiribim bam bim bam bim bam.
chiribim,
Chiribam.
chiribam,
Chiribim. Chiribim bam bim bam bim bam. Oi chiribiri biri bim bam bam. Oi chiribiri biri bim bam bam. Oi chiribiri biri bim bam bam. Oi chiribiri biri bam. Right. Little Yiddish there. What do people think? Good, right? Good. Yeah. It's coming back. Okay, let's light our Shabbat candles. Sherry, would you like to light the Shabbat candles since you're already here? Page 9. Well, actually, wait a minute. Not page 9. Page 4. Yeah.
Let us light these lights and see the way to
kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Thank you. Everyone, let's continue with the singing of Lecha Dodi, welcoming the Sabbath bride on page 9.
Lecha dodi
Likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dimurecha yishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad v'shemo tiferet v'nitila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Likrat Shabbat
Lechu v'necha ki hi mekor ha'beracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, ki ba'orech kumi ori, uri shitadaberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Everyone, please rise. Let's face the door and welcome the Sabbath beloved.
Ovi v'shalom ateret ba'ala
Gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, tov emunei am segula.
Boi chalam, boi chalam. Lecha Dodi
Likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Lecha Dodi
Likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Ay, 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 ay,
Nay, nay,
ay,
nay,
ay,
nay, 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 Beautiful, everyone. We have welcomed the Sabbath beloved, and now it is time in our service to remain standing as we move into the purposeful schmooze. Yes, it is that time when you can leave your pews, go out, talk to other people, meet some people that you didn't know before maybe, and find out how their week was. Find something that was good in their week and find out something maybe that wasn't so good in their week, and go ahead and take a few moments to just say hi to one another and purposefully schmooze. Go for it.
Oh, I feel totally fine. I wouldn't be.
You know that, so I was with you at the carnival.
Yeah.
You were wearing the mask. I
Oh my God, I was terrified that I got you sick. And it seems like everybody, except for one person, who, my girlfriend, everybody has not gotten sick from me, which I'm so grateful for. I don't understand it at all.
So I went
Really grateful.
I was having a colonoscopy last night, and they said you're positive. I said, what do you mean I'm positive?
Positive for COVID?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I said, I can't be positive for COVID. I was in Temple Friday night. I was here on Sunday. I didn't know you had it.
Yeah.
But you and I were both wearing masks.
We were nice. We were pretty good.
They said, yeah, well, don't come into the procedure. I said, you're kidding me.
Oh my God, I'm
It's
sorry.
been a whole week.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I didn't feel any sick. I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
How could that be?
How are you feeling now?
Fine.
It was very light for me. It was like I ended up, I did get sick. That's why I
Did they
tested.
get sick?
Yeah, like, you know, a day or two later. But like, it was, that's why I ended up testing.
And then Friday night, he said, was Friday night that you, or Friday night before me, you were recovering.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh my God. Did you hear this?
Oh, do you think maybe you got it from maybe?
Talking at the carnival.
We did talk for a little while at the carnival.
Wow.
So it must have been.
Whatever, I didn't get sick.
Yeah, that's good, right. It
I
happens.
don't know if you saw my article. I started with with that.
COVID.
I
And
didn't see
you're
this.
talking about COVID a little bit tonight too.
I am. I'm bringing up COVID today in the conversation. Just about like, honestly, it's related to your doctor's visit. It's like, you know, it is like.
Yes, it tested negative.
That's good. It didn't. Yeah. I don't understand
I
it.
did stay in a week.
Okay. I mean, so did I. I guess you knew
I
that.
did a lot of things.
Yeah.
I did my taxes.
Smart.
Make the best
I'll get
of it.
that.
My little thing. I watched more movies.
What'd you do?
Academy Awards. I watched West Side
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. Did you see the thing where he,
I watched the worst.
oh, the Grammys.
No, you're right. The Oscars. Yeah. Yeah. Will Smith.
I watched the Academy Awards too, but I watched more movies before the Academy Awards, so I didn't know what they were talking about.
Did you see Coda?
I didn't
Oh, I
see
wanted
Coda
to see
because it
that.
wasn't
Really
free.
good. Because it wasn't
Free,
long.
right? It's a,
It's not free.
yeah.
I watched all the free.
Is it Apple?
I watched the Towers did go out.
How was it?
Years. Every year. West Side Story.
I love West Side
So
Story.
good thing.
The new ones.
I watched that cartoon one, Bad Girls.
Oh, I love it.
I want to see it
Oh
too.
my God.
Yeah, I'm
You are gonna love it.
Really?
It's so good. I want to do like a high holiday summer event.
Yeah, I watched 2 or 3
Wow.
more. I said,
Okay, I
"Well,
better
home
watch it."
anyway." I never watch a movie because I never have 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, should we? Okay. Schmooze up. Nice schmoozing, everyone. Good job. I think you fulfilled your duty to schmooze. So let's continue our service on page 22. I'm gonna keep you up for a little bit more for Baruch Hu, our call to worship. Please be seated, everyone. Let's turn to page 34. Let's take a deep breath in and out. If you want to, you can close your eyes. Some people like to cover their eyes during the Shema, even make the shin with your fingers and then cover your eyes that way to really bring the focus in, to be able to listen to your inner voice, to be able to listen to the voices of our community, the voice of the divine, as we sing the ancient words of our people. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto
Le'olam va'ed.
Ve'ahavta et
Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta ba'am v'shivtecha b'beitecha uvlechtecha b'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Emet. We turn to page 38 for Micha Mocha. Are you ready for a story that happened a very, 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 very long time ago? You ready? So a long time ago, there were these people, and we call them sages. They were our sages. They were our wise, very wise teachers. And the sages worked together over many generations to write down 2 very important books that I want you to know about. And those books were the Mishnah and the Talmud. Everyone say Mishnah.
Mishnah.
Everyone say Talmud.
Talmud.
Everyone say the Mishnah was written in about the year 200.
The Mishnah was written in about the year 200.
It was finished in the year 200. Say the Talmud was finished in about the year 500.
The Talmud was finished in about the year 500.
Okay, so the sages who wrote the Mishnah and the Talmud, mostly what they were writing about was about Jewish law and how to practice what we read about in the Torah. But then sometimes they would also write stories about what happened to them. And the sages felt very, very close to all of the many characters in the whole Torah and throughout everything that had happened before them, including Elijah the prophet. Who has heard of Elijah the prophet? Has anyone heard of that person, Elijah the prophet? Okay. So we have a holiday coming up, and that holiday is Hanukkah. No? Okay. That holiday is Purim. Oh, April Fools! That holiday is Passover, right? Did I get it right this time? Okay. And my birthday too, by the way.
And Sherry's birthday.
7 days later than from your birthday. Yep. 6 days later. So Elijah the prophet, do you remember that Elijah the prophet visits us on Passover when we open the door? And he comes in to the Seder and he drinks some wine. And it's very important that we open the door and we let him in and we sing to him. And that is a really good thing that we do because we hope that when Elijah the prophet comes, he will bring with him a time of peace and harmony that we call redemption. So anyway, Elijah the prophet, the sages and the Mishnah and the Talmud, how is it all coming together, Rabbi? Well, here's what happened. There was a sage in the Talmud, and his name was Rabbi Baroka. And Rabbi Baroka often met Elijah the prophet in the marketplace. And you might be saying to me, wait, why Elijah the prophet comes to the Seder? Now Elijah the prophet is in the ancient marketplace. What is the deal with Elijah the prophet? How come he keeps showing up everywhere? And here's what we know about Elijah the prophet. In the book of Kings, we learn about Elijah the prophet. And he did many really interesting things involving fire pans and standing up for God and hearing a still small voice. These things were all Elijah the prophet. And then one day God said, Elijah the prophet, I'm going to bring you up to heaven. And so one day Elijah the prophet was hanging around with his student Elisha, and a whirlwind came, and there was a chariot with horses and fire, and all of a sudden Elijah the prophet was carried up to heaven in a whirlwind. And so we never actually know, did he die or not? We don't think he actually died. It's more like he just disappeared. And then he keeps reappearing over and over again. Every Passover, every Havdalah, when we finish Shabbat, every time a little baby has a bris, Elijah the prophet comes. And Rabbi Baroka would often see Elijah the prophet in the marketplace in ancient times. He saw Elijah the prophet one day in the marketplace, and he said, "Hello, Elijah." And Elijah the prophet said, "Hello." And Rabbi Baroka said, "Can you tell me, is there anybody in this whole marketplace that has a place in the world to come, in Olam Haba?" And Elijah said, "Wait, can you remind me what Olam Haba is, because I forgot." And Rabbi Baroka said, "I'm not sure I believe you that you forgot, but I'm going to tell you what Olam Haba is. Olam haba means the world to come. It is a time when there's going to be a lot of peace and harmony in the next world after this world. And so, Elijah, what I want to know, said Rabbi Baroka, is there anybody here in this marketplace who is going to have a place in Olam haba? And Elijah the prophet looked around, and he looked at all kinds of people, and finally he looked at 2 clowns who were in the marketplace entertaining people. And Elijah said, those 2 people are going to have a share in the world to come. And Elijah the prophet said, or Rabbi Baroka said, you're kidding me. Those 2 clowns have a share in the world to come? And Elijah said, yes, because they bring people joy and they make people laugh. And if anybody is depressed or sad or fighting, they make peace between those people who are fighting, and they lift the spirits of people who are sad. And so therefore, those 2 people, of all of the people in the marketplace, have a share in Olam haba, the world to come. And Rabbi Baroka said, thank you so much. And then Rabbi Baroka went to his friends, the sages, and he said, we must write down this story in the Talmud. And they said, okay. And they wrote it down in Talmud Masechet Ta'anit, page 22a, so that we could read that story today and know that when we see anybody making other people happy, or when we ourselves make other people laugh or make people happy, lift their spirits, that we too might have a place in the world to come. And that is the end of the story. So now, let us rise as we turn to page 46 for the Amidah.
וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה מהכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ברופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני
We take some time now to pray silently, concluding with Oseh Shalom and page 62, after which you may be seated.
Shalom, Bimroma, Uyase Shalom, Aleinu, Be'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imeru, Amen. Ose Shalom, Bimroma, Uyase Shalom, Aleinu. Amen. Ose Shalom, Bimroma, Uyase Shalom, Aleinu, Be'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imeru, Amen.
We continue now with Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah. Please rise.
Et Chaim Hila Machazikim Bavetam Ve'hameushar Et Chaim Hila Machazikim Bavetam Ve'hameushar Shalom, 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 Shalom. It is a tree of life for those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life for those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 Shalom. Hameushar Chaim Hila Machazikim Bavetom Hameushar Chaim Hila Machazikim Bavetom Hameushar Chaim Hila Machazikim Bavetom Hameushar Shalom, 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 Shalom. Et Ha'ila Machazikim Bavetom Ve'hameushar Et Ha'ila Machazikim Bavetom Ve'hameushar. There's a tree of life for it. Okay. So we are in the Torah portion of Tazria, which you can find on page in your Chumashim, in your Torah books, on page 736, chapters 13, 1 through 5. And there's no way around it. This Torah portion is gross. The Torah is not always gross, I promise, but when it is, it's often talking about skin diseases, unfortunately. In their society, they decided that if anybody got sick, that person had to live outside of the larger community for anywhere between 7 to 30 days before they could be welcomed back and join the community. Does removing yourself from the community when you're sick, does that remind you of anything that we've been doing in the last, couple of years? If you're feeling a little ill, you maybe, I don't know. I think you might have guessed it. I think that this provides a model for how we have learned to approach COVID in the last few years. It's not necessarily a fun topic, I know, but it's important to remember that we all take care of each other as a community when we take care of ourselves. And that's what this Torah portion also reminds us to do.
Beautiful. Okay, so as has been our custom, if anybody who is able to have an aliyah, bat mitzvah age or older, if you want to come on up and have a aliyah to the Torah, do the Torah blessings. We have the words up here. It's a chance to come and look at the Torah. Come on up. Noah.
Leslie?
How about Leslie and Jeffrey? Yes, come on. Amazing. Okay.
One second. Tiffany wants the words. So we're going to be reading from, let me just make sure. Here it is. Okay. There it is. So we'll be reading right here. And whenever you're ready.
Baruch Adonai HaMorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. וידבר אדוני אל משה ואל אהרון לאמור, אדם כי יהיה ואור בשרו שד או ספחת או בהרת, והיה ואור בשרו לנגע צרעת, והובא אל אהרון הכהן או אל אחד מבניו הכהנים, וראה הכהן את הנגע באור בשרו, ושיער בנגע הפך לבן, ומראה הנגע עמוק מאור בשרו, נגע צרעת היא. וראהו הכהן וטימא אותו, ואם בהרת לבנה היא באור בשרו, ועמוק אין מראיה מן האור, ושערה לא הפך לבן, והזכיר הכהן את הנגע 7 ימים, וראהו הכהן ביום וראהו הכהן ביום השביעי והנה הנגע אמר בעיניו, לא פשע הנגע באור, והזכירו הכהן 7 ימים שנית.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Beautiful. And while you're up here on the bima, I want to just offer you the following blessing, that you are here to, that you've come forward to bless the Torah. I want to just bless you as we make our ways in and out of community, sickness and health, that we always feel connected to this community and always know that this is a place that even when we spend time apart, we are still a part of this West End community. So may you be blessed in that. Ki nehi ratzon. May this be God's will. And Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. You can go ahead on down. Okay. I think we're just lifting. In the presence of our Torah, our thoughts now turn to those in our lives who are in need of healing of body, mind, or spirit. Inside our pamphlet, we can find the names of people in our West End community for whom we are praying. And in our Zoom community, we are praying for Karen Moldveen, Jesse Ferguson, Linda Ferguson, Barbara Askenazi, Nicole Askenazi, Mark Davis, Julia Tube, and Dawn and Joan Sorgan. Would anybody like to add the name of someone for whom they are praying?
Rick Copeland.
Baruch atah Adonai Rofei HaCholim. Blessed are you, God, who heals the sick. We rise now as we dress the Torah. Oh, if any of my assistants want to come back to help, that would be awesome. Here we go. you for your help. You may be seated. You may be seated, everyone. Yesh kochavim she'oram magia arza. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We call to mind now those who have passed from this existence, most recently for whom we are in the period of Shloshim, 30 days following their passing. Debbie Badeston, dear friend of Art and Loretta Umlas. Is there anyone else who is here observing Shiva, 7 days following the death of a loved one, or Shloshim, 30 days, or Shana, 1 year? Shloshim, right, we have Debbie Bateson. Okay. And is there anyone observing a yard site this Shabbat? From our Zoom community, we are remembering Sadie Handon. And we also are remembering the following yard sites from our community this Shabbat. Mildred Blumenkrantz, Mildred Cohen, Abraham Fish, Dorothy Fish, Ben Foreman, Edmund Fox, Martin First, Carrie Graber, Florence Grossman, Sadie Handon, Morris Heltzer, Louis Isaacs, Dina A. Katsky, Molly Katz, Nathan Klarberg, David Kramberg, Theodore Krantz, Annie Lieber, Rose Mardenfield, Beatrice Marks, Viola Pollock, Richard Reynolds, Ethel Scher, Jeanette Schiff, Joanne Schneck, Theodore Schofield, Sarah Schultz, William Schur, Elias Siegel, George Stern, Rosa Vesa, and Harry Weber. We rise now as a community to say Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, on page 134. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alama divarach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'b'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach le'alam ul'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, Vit hadar, vit ale, vit halal, shmei de kudusha, richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, B'meru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, amen. You may be seated. I'd like to call upon Dr. Sherry Copeland, our president, for some announcements.
Good evening. Next Friday night, we have a special celebration. West End Temple will celebrate the installation of Rabbi Rebecca Epstein at 6:30. Please make sure you all come. On April 24th, we have bread making and storytelling with the Oivin from 10:30 to 2:30. And if you'd like to join us in that, the rabbi can tell you more about it. We have Shabbat morning Torah study tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. A weekly seniors discussion group on Wednesdays from 10 to 11:30. And our international L'Dor V'Dor program, end of year celebration on May 15th. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Thank you. I just want to also point out our second night Passover Seder, which is going to be Saturday, April 16th at 6 o'clock. I hope you will join us for a beautiful, fun-filled, lively Seder. The matzah is already in my office. It's really true. It's not going to go bad, believe me. Should be lots and lots of fun. And then the oven is going to be right after Passover. This is going to be so amazing. We're going to have a portable wood-fired oven coming to the temple, and we're going to get to make bread dough and have a beautiful lunch full of chametz, full of bready products that we are going to get to make right after Passover. I can't wait. It's also going to have, on that day, we're going to have a really awesome looking Israeli musician named Hanan Ben Simon is going to be coming to us. So really special day to come spend at West End Temple on Sunday, April 24th. I hope to see you there. So we have a special song, I think, for the end of services. Is that right?
That's right.
Having to do with Passover. Amazing. Is it really page 195? Is it here?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay, look at that.
When Israel
Was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land, tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. Thus saith the Lord, for Moses said, let my people go. If not, I'll smite your firstborn dead. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. No more shall they in bondage toil. Let my people go. Let them come out with Egypt's spoil. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We are going to continue with Shalom Aleichem as we walk out the door and into the lobby for Kiddush and Motzi. And anyone is welcome to join us for our potluck Shabbat dinner in the social hall / gym next door. So thank you to Liz and Thomas and Liv for our tech and student cantor Gabriel. And let us sing Shalom Aleichem, page 11.
Shalom Aleichem.
Malachei Sharet, Malachei Elyon,